Hello, welcome to my Jotform video. I love Jotform for so many different reasons, but today this Jotform one will be specifically how to create an app. I've had some inquiries from teachers about creating a classroom app where they can share the link to the app, and it is a web based app. So don't think about an app store and downloading an app like that. It's a web based app, but it looks like an app. You save it on your home screen. Everything about it looks like an app, but it would be a place where parents can go and find everything. And my heartbeat for the apps that I've built are for it to be a tool and easy for you where you are sharing links so that the app is constantly updated and you're not constantly every day having to update the app. You build it in a way that it stays updated. For example, maybe your school has a lunch menu and it's on the web. So instead of downloading the lunch menu and having to remember to put that new lunch menu up at the beginning of every month, just click on the link to the website and save that onto your app so that when the school updates that page, your app's automatically updated as well. So I'm going to show you some different things, but it's really, really easy. You just create a free account on jotform.com and use your school address as a teacher, um, and it'll bring you to a home page kind of looking like this. It'll be empty. I just recently opened my own account with my Mare Bear Learning Company, so you don't see a lot of things on this account. On my other accounts, there's a slew of stuff. So just so you know, you can use Jotform to create really nice forms. So instead of Google Forms, once you start using Jotforms, you will not want to go back to Google. They're amazing and so professional looking. The other thing that used them as a teacher then was apps. So it opens up your workspace. So if you're using a whole bunch of these different things, um, you will see all the different types. But if you just want to go to one type, I would tell you go to click on My Apps and you can click Create an App. Here you can use AI to tell you what you want. I have not used it. This is something new. Honestly, I feel like templates, you get a whole bunch of extra things and forms that are linked, and you're like, where'd all these forms come from? And it just gets very confusing. I do want to mention here clone existing app just for future. When you actually make this app for your class this year, you can clone by very easily by just, I'll show you this, like right here's an existing app. I can literally click clone and it will copy it exactly. And so that this is good because you don't want last year's parents, let's say, to have the link to your current app. So this is a way of you can even keep this and you can archive it so that it's and disable it. But then you don't have to start from scratch each year. So you just have a clone, it automatically has a new link for your new families each year. So, okay, so if we create an app, I would tell you to start from scratch because it's the least overwhelming. Okay. You're going to have this thing down here because you're in the free version of Jotform. Don't worry about it. Most people don't even notice it. So first of all, it gives you this is how it looks on the phone. Okay. Um, and then you can just start dropping in your pictures. So save your whatever you want as your little pictures for your class. Maybe it's yeah, a picture of, or maybe it's your school logo up here, but you literally can just click in here, first grade app. Um, and that's what's going to show up on the parents. Everything you put on, we'll show you what it looks like. But right here, it's showing drag your first element, and over here, and if this isn't there, it's right here at the plus sign. So these are your elements. Okay, so maybe it's you don't really need a heading because this is your heading. So it depends what you first want to show. But you literally will just drag it over. So the big things I think you're going to use, you can do link, or I like to do buttons. Basically, it's the same thing. Um, and this is where you're going to create things for it to go to. So maybe it is a lunch menu, okay? And you're going to click settings. Okay, it's not showing right now because you have nothing linked to it. That's why it's very faint. But you can change the style here. So you can customize it and put in your actual color code. It even has this color match. So if you like that blue, it'll go to the blue, which I think we're already there. But so you can save your color codes to match maybe your classroom stuff, your theme, or whatever that is. So that's how you change that style. Here, you can make it rounded, you can make it full across, um, you can shrink it so that you can actually do two. And this is where I would duplicate it. So now they match, it's the same color. You don't have to go through all the same settings. So once I figure out, okay, I'm going to want, four different places for them to go. Maybe it's, reading. So maybe it's the subjects or whatever. Okay. And then maybe, you have your other subjects, whatever it is. So you can change those. Now, again, they're still faint because they're not going anywhere. I have up here my other how-to video of Canva. I'm going to copy the link, and there's a lot of ways with YouTube videos, but let's just say that I'm just giving you a link. So let's say you have a spelling link. I'm just going to use my Canva one. This is the action for this button. So notice you can click to open a different page because you can create different pages on your apps. Open form. So maybe there's a form that you want. Open URL, that's a link. Or maybe you want to do hey, contact me, send me an email. That will be a very nice thing to do. So, anyways, the link then I just copy and paste there. And so now you can see it's the dark color. So right now, this is the only one that's showing up on the Visible app if you were to send it to somebody to use. So that would take them to the YouTube video. While we're on actual videos, maybe you want to sit a actual video on it, okay? And maybe we want to do a different page, and we're gonna put a heading on this and put I don't know, learning videos, okay? And so then we're going to go down here, find the video, and just drag that underneath, okay? Jotform puts their own automatically in, but we just click the settings and you just triple click in there and paste the video that you want. Now I have my video that I did. So your videos that you like for the kids to have, or maybe their song videos. I know some teachers that made a whole app just of all the songs that they use, so that they don't have to go search on YouTube for them. As long as the video isn't protected, you get those weird ones that you can't show in Google and stuff, Google slide presentations, it will show up on here as well. So you can also shrink them so they're smaller so you can fit more on. Again, you can duplicate it so you're not changing the settings, and then all you have to do is change the link, of the different ones. So you could have a whole area for that. So let's go back up here then. So notice I clicked add a page for just our learning videos. Maybe one of these on your what I would call home page, maybe that is the link to that page, learning videos. So then we're going to go to actions and we're going to click open page and see, look at this. Now, see it named this over here. It named it learning videos. It took from our heading that we typed. So I'm going to click that. So it's going to automatically go right to learning videos. Here's another thing because some people don't find the back button well or whatever is I like to take this. I'm going to go ahead and hit properties. Oops, I'm on properties. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to go to these little buttons down here and I'm going to scroll to the bottom of this page. And what I do for any page that I make, I change it to homepage. Everybody kind of has that, understands what that is. Um, and I'm going to do it full, and that's going to be at the bottom of every page. And my action is going to be, yeah, open page. And I'm going to change it to home. Okay, so then it's going to always bring them back to this main menu, or maybe you call it main menu instead of home page. Uh, maybe you have some images that you have, maybe there's slides that you want them to see. You can put that on. Just going to show, let's just add another page here. So maybe you're taking screenshots or you're saving different images, I don't know, of letters that you want them to practice or their karate words for kindergarten. You can just download them here and just drag them right in here. And then this would be an image slider. Let me just show you. Let's see. I can drag two here. I'm working on these vests of making them in Canva. So see, then it does this concept. Well, okay. It has an arrow because of these two. So let's see what this looks like outside of let's just go to publish. Okay. Let's open in a new tab. So this is what it would look like on somebody's computer right now. Okay. As you can see, we made that page 3 with that image slider. So you can always get up there to those, but people don't notice that as much as these. So if I click on spelling, there it takes me to that video that we saved it. If we go to learning videos, there's all our videos. We go back to home page, there it is. If you click here to page 3, because I didn't do a link there, there's those photos that I dropped in, and notice it just takes it across like that. Or we can go back again. You have that access to click home up here. I just like to put that there because it's more visible and like, yeah, people I think use that more. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the desktop. Um, so let's go back to build. And I'm actually going to go to this page. So this is just another sample one that I was playing around with, and I actually did start with a template. So you can put a picture here. Um, you can you can click this and actually design your app. Here's app layouts. This is the one I have right now, but you can click around and choose that, or again, just start from scratch. But you can change all your pictures in there. Um, right here, page image, that would be back here. So if you want to change it, the color to the background, you would do it there. So yeah, let me show you app header. Okay. So when you click up here on that picture, this comes up. This is the image. It was a stock image I used. So you can click on your different options, and you can title the app, which I didn't. Edu, whatever. So yeah, and then you would play around with the this like title color is black, so you can change it. Here's the background image. You can change from this way too. So you have a lot of options. Okay, so um, maybe there, this is a little heading. Welcome. So what I used for that was, I'm sorry, not a heading. Um, Trying to find it. It was document announcements. Nope, I'm sorry. It was not. I forget what the document is. I don't ever use that. It should be a paragraph. Let's find it. I'm not finding it right now. Um, okay. We'll look for it somewhere else. I don't know where it went. Um, okay. So here's those little buttons that I use again. So I do a button right here. And then let's see where this goes. I forget where I put the parent resource. Okay. So I have parent resources. Obviously, yeah, I forget how I set this up and stuff. So here's just ideas of things that you could put on here. PDF, maybe you have different files that you want. So you would do, that's the document. I'm sorry. I know I like use that all the time. So that's what a document is. So it could be different types of documents, but you would put that in there and then you would upload the file over here. So that's what I did. If we publish this one, just open just to see what it looks like. This is what the parents will get. It'll say add to home screen so that it's added and looks like a little app um, for them. So let's see if I can show you. No, I can't show that. My screen is locked. Okay, so here's parent resources. So again, this is little links and such. Okay, that's just an example, so it's not gonna show you anything. So I didn't take the time to put all those, but again, like here's homepage, it takes it back. You can sit on different pictures. So a PDF, then it would actually bring that up for whatever. So you could download anything like that. You could sit your newsletter on there, your weekly newsletter, but then that would have to be updated every week. Or you could do, if you're making your newsletter in like Google or Canva and you have the share link, you could put that into one of these buttons so that they click on it and it's always the most recent. So it's up to you how you want your parents to view things. Um, so you can also have this notice down here says stay updated. They'll get a prompt asking them to stay updated. And if they say allow, okay, they will get a little notification on their home screen. Whoops, I need to say allow. So let me show you how that feature works. Okay. So I think for the most part, just fool around with this different things over here. I don't use a ton of them. I really just use like the video link. Um, the obviously if I put in a form, okay, the heading, text. Okay, they changed it. That's what that was really bothering me when I said, "Welcome to my app." Um, anyways, yeah. So it's now text. It used to be called paragraph. Okay, and then I use the button. Those are the and documents. Those are the main things that I use on here. Um, you fool around with them. There's also tons of widgets of different things that you can add. Maybe it is a day countdown. Um, I don't know. There's so many different things that we could put on here. So you get sometimes I just throw it on and see what it is exactly. Um, and then, go from there. But you can search up there for things. Um, and maybe, there's the digital clock. I don't know. What's a ticker? I haven't used that one. There you go. So maybe a scrolling, yeah, that kind of ticker. Okay. So then maybe you are putting in something like only this amount of days left till blah, 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 whatever you want. Day countdown. Maybe you're counting down the days. So you're going to put in your target countdown till school. Maybe that's what it is. And you send it out early, um, whatever the case may be. Uh, so there's all kinds of fun things on here. So enjoy, but the basic is what I use. Now, one last thing, settings, your app name and icon. So maybe notice it cuts this off. So you want it short and sweet. So I mean, it's fine if that it just took what our title was. So maybe you want your title longer, but maybe you know, maybe it is just first grade with your first or your last name or whatever. So parents that have multiple kids, whatever, it's something like that. Your I forgot to edit here. Sorry, app name. So that's app name, and then you can edit the icon. And this is where you can choose an image. Um, sorry, I have all these crazy images. Oh, here's a nice one, but maybe you want not your school logo because maybe your school has one. But maybe you want something like that for your class logo. And then a splash screen, that's just the color here. So um, maybe you just want a different color. Maybe you want something to match in your logo. So you just click that. So that's what will come up. When the push notifications, remember I showed down here, we clicked allow. So if parents click that, you can click enable those and notice here, they'll get a notification pop up on their home screen that you sent a message. I know a lot of teachers use Class Dojo. So, same concept that they'll get a notification. Um, the key thing to remember, and when you send it, that if they click on this, it's literally going to just take them to the home screen. So, if you're going to use this heavily, I always put text up there. Now they call it text, right? Not paragraph. That's that part with the most recent announcement. So you can put it here, PJ Day, and tomorrow is our PJ Day, and you can see the preview. But if you're putting a whole bunch of details, it's not going to make it super long. So that's where if they click on it, it's just going to take them to the home screen, and they're going to be like, what about PJ Day? It literally will just open up the app. So that's where you probably want to put this announcement area at the top to always say tomorrow is our PJ Day, and literally copy your message in there. So when they open it and be like, okay, this is what she's saying. Um, Hopefully that makes sense. Maybe you don't want to use the push notification. That's just an idea for you. So once you're ready to share, you just click publish and you copy that link, and you can actually let's see, you can actually add this and try to make your own custom URL. So you can try that. It'll tell you if you can't. My first grade app, I don't know. So there it'll show you. Okay, you can do that. Click save, and it's been saved. Okay, so there it is. So um maybe okay, I'm sorry. That's something you have to pay for. Okay. Well, we just learned that together. So you can just hit the copy link, and now that's a link that you can share with your parents. It also right here creates your own custom QR code. You could copy this code, okay, which is this in here, and embed it into something, or you can download this picture and make little cute handout cards for parent night. and say here, and that'll be an easy way for them to get it on their phones and just be like, make sure, or print this out, download this picture of this QR code and put it on a piece of paper on a table and say, parents, make sure you scan this code so you have your class app on the phone. So this is a nice way to get it out there to your parents. And also, don't copy this code for them if you're just having them click on a link. Just copy this little one if you're sending it like in an email or something. So hopefully that helps. But yeah, when we use this for our Awana program and we had a parent app, I just made this and then did a little, what I call a palm card, like a postcard size. So I did 4 on a page and said, download our parent app. And then they were able to scan this. So anytime somebody asked me a question, I'd be like, oh, it's on our app. Did you get it? Here, scan this. And I also saved this as a picture on my phone. So if I was talking to somebody and they're like, oh, I don't have it, I just open up my photos and say, here, scan my phone. And then they would be able to save it right away. So hopefully this is helpful and shows you a little bit about building your first class app. Just play around, have fun with it. You can always change it up, and enjoy your year.